And it's about that time for a meaningful discussion on air. This is Studiositas On-Air Society for another episode of Studiositas On-Air. Listen to ways on how to excel, engage in meaningful discussions, and to learn stories within our college, our university, and our society. Studiositas On-Air. For today's episode of Studiositas On-Air, we are going to talk about youth participation in good governance to uphold our importance as today's youth in engaging with our society to contribute in upholding what's best for our country with Rodene, Ruchelle, and Ryan. Sit back, relax, and put the speakers up for Studiositas On-Air Society. Maayong adlaw sa tanan. Ako gali si Ryan Alayon from BAB 3A, PIO, sang Studiositas On-Air Society. And together with me is...
My name is Ruchelle. I'm also a part of Studiositas On-Air and a journalism student.
Hi, I'm Rodene Angel Dabi from BAB 2B and also a member and officer of Studiositas On-Air Society.
And for today's episode of Studiositas On-Air, we will have the topic about youth participation in good governance. So, Rodene, if ikaw ang pamangkuton as a youth, how do you define good governance?
So I think good governance is ang makalid gina sila bala sa sa people, hindi lang sa self nila kundi maka-impart pa sila sa other people. Like hindi sila bala nga part nga they can do actions lang through sa ilang house or sa ilang household pero maka-impart kinsa sa towards society and community.
Yes, I truly agree with that. How about Ruchelle? Ang insight?
Ang roles ng governments, in my view, is to do for the people what they are unable to do for themselves. So, amo na ang role sa government. However, ang good governance naman niya is like do ka wide bala, do ka broad, ka wide menu. Actually, I'll get these words from Kofi Annan, which is a UN Secretary General. Ang iyang hambal is good governance is ensuring respect for human rights and the rule of law, strengthening democracy, promoting transparency and capacity building in public administration. Thus, ang good governance is about the process for making and implementing decisions. Kag hindi na siya all about making correct decisions lang, but it's about the best possible process for making those decisions.
Yes, I truly agree with the sentiment ni Ruchelle, especially sa part niya in respect with sa human rights. For me naman, good governance as a young or as a youth is that ang ma-feel ko gid ba lang ang mga policies that could foster our knowledge, our experiences, especially that ang kabataan gidya hambal ni Gato sa Rizal, di ba? Ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. And in the future kita man gihapon ang mamanas ang ating fatherland. So for me, good governance is seen, for example, sa implementation sang free higher education or I hope in the future mas inclusive pagid ang education for everyone, not only for people who are privileged enough to have education nga or makatamasa sang ginatawag naton nga pag-eskwela kapin pa sa tertiary kag makaangkon sang degrees. For me, good governance pagid is of course ang pagpamati pagid sang mga tingog sang mga minor sectors or mga minority naton parang mahatagan sila sang voice nga maka-implement ang aton nga government sang mga lahi for them sa ilaman nga benefit man. So ayun. And yeah, so how about Ruchelle? I have another question here kung what do you think can we do or what do you think can we do to foster positive and long-lasting change?
For me kung gusto mo if you want lasting change, you don't expect it coming from others, no? You have to start it within yourself, or you have to start it with yourself. Tapos hindi ka mag-expect bala nga sa una pa lang dako na dayon nga step ang mahimo. Small changes add up to big ones, and every positive step no nga mahimo ta or gina-take ta for ourselves can advance us on our path to a healthy balance and let's say a beautiful society or the biskan sa community lang nga aton nga ginahulagan. So as a youth, I think maka-foster kita sang positive and lasting change because the will of changing a society or a community daan means in my eyes that you have an idea about possible improvement of situations in which you see a certain value in. So try to share this value nga nakita mo with other human beings or kumbaga as a student sa mga fellow classmates mo or sa fellow students mo like ang ginahimo ta subong. We're trying to share no kay with this we're trying to share sa mga tao with the same kind of mindset of perspective that we have. Use the voice that you have. We have to use the voice nga may ara ta, kinaiya ta, through whatever we can, either in writing, in speaking like this one, or maybe through music, or even just through participating sa projects. The point is that we always create a way for ourselves to pass our ideas and thoughts for a positive change or for a lasting change. Or so to bring something positive through means also to stay stable in an environment bala nga though you don't feel you're not celebrated kay require siya too much energy, but in the end no if no kumaga na collectively ang tanan mga efforts will be worth it kay so much energy and of course para hindi man para lang sa imo kay ang mindset na dapat is kay tungod comfortable na ko sa life ko subong hindi ko na need nga mag-voice out para sa iban. So it doesn't work that way. Kay it doesn't have to matter or it doesn't have to happen to you for it to matter.
Yes, I truly agree with that, Ruchelle, no? Kapin pa subong bala nga though ang mga other people don't really participate, especially pa sa last elections. You can really observe na may ara gihapon nga do na hadlok mag-share sa ilang sentiments, di ba? Pero as for me naman niya, ang way or something that we could do as a young person or as the youth man para maka-foster some positive and long-lasting change is to gain knowledge. And how can we really gain knowledge ba? By joining this discourse or joining discussions, diba, with other people, discussing things na maka-affect sa ating lives, even politics, diba, maskin ginatawag kita nila nga kabataan or maskin other people tend to tawag dito ginapahipos bila kita kay syempre kuno bata ko lang kita ganon hindi para kuno dapat mag-interest sa mga discussion. Well, it's still necessary nga mag-discuss kita sa mga things especially that those things in the future nga ginadesisyon na, for example sang ginadesisyon na natin subong maka-apekto gid na sa mga kabataan nga mamana or ang sa next generation bala maapektuhan na sila in the future. So join discussions gidya as much as possible kay through discussions dira kita maka-gain knowledge kag by listening to other people we can know more stories, diba, makapamatik na sang mga istorya sang iban kag as media practitioners man in the future, of course we should uphold gid ang aton nga adhere gid ta sa may principle bala bilang mga journalist bala in seeking truth, diba, amo gid ang aton nga role sa media to seek for the truth para ma-uphold ang aton nga democracy as the fourth estate man sang aton nga democracy in our country, diba? So how about Rodene? Ano naman ang insight ni Rodene?
Hello, so actually agree gid ko sa ginambal ni Ruchelle about nga ang change is naga-comes gina within ourselves, hindi sa other people but sa aton gid bala. And I agree nga we must talk with we must gid bala nga ang positive change is ga start gid sa aton. like tawag ni ang kay kapag sa self mo pa lang hindi ka na positive or like negative ka na sa self mo, maka-affect it sa other people mo kag like kita mo na nga gapahin mo yung tong iban tapos ikaw negative ka tapos pour out mo siya, di ba, na daw ka-apektuhan ka man. Pero kapag ara sa ato ng positive sa self ta, we can impart it to other people, we can share it to them, we can encourage them. Biskan sa gamay lang na bilang nga bagay, it can make difference. That's all. Thank you.
I truly agree with that. No? Ako as a student leader, ang mantra with ever since is that you really have to check your own self before serving with to other people. You really need to check your own mind or mind check agad permi ang stability kang mind mo and everything before ka maghatag sa imo heart to serve others. Amo gid na ang akon always nga mantra as a student leader. But speaking of which, no, kadto kita sa importance naman niya sa youth participation in areas of leadership and good governance. So for me, ang participation naton sa may leadership kay syempre I really believe that all of us, no, as citizens, we are capable of being leaders kaya tanan kita pwede kita maka-influence kang other people or pwede man kita influensyan sang iban. We organize pagpamumulat bala sang mata sang iban, pag-open sang ila minds, pag-inchindi man dayon sa ila paghamig, pag amo na pala mga paghaming sang mga kapwa naton kabataan para nga kita magka-collective voice kita. If we have this collective voice, of course, we are stronger, 'di ba? We will be strengthful in participating as citizens in our country. And if may volunteerism pag ganyan mag-spark, we can also help other people. Kag if that happens, pwede na kita maka-foster sang good governance or pwede na kita maka-help, no, promote sang good governance. Kag mapakita naton na if we ourselves are leaders, may ara kita great values or good values sa pagiging sa pag-lead sang aton kapwa kabataan. That will spark something for them bala nga ay amo nagali ang dapat ang i-expect man sa government. Dapat amo man ni ang obrahon nila para nga makita naton nga may naobraman sila para sa aton, right? 'Di ba? Agree ka man, Ruchelle?
Yes, ga-agree gid ko. Pag according daan kay Benjamin Disraeli nga the youth ko, no, or ang kabataan or the youth of the nation are the trustees of posterity. So kung makita taman ang youth ang may ang youth naton ang pinaka-dynamic sa nga segment sa aton nga society because obviously we're the future. I don't need to be 30 for it to matter to me, no. I don't need to be 30 para lang maging politically aware. Because this is our future. Para man siya sa imo, but then we're trying to impact something bala. And that means we're trying to choose leaders para sa government ta. Kay gahambal sila kuno nga anti-government do mo na bala. No, I'm not saying nga anti-government ako. I'm just anti-bad governance. Pero I want a government which is clean. That is why we're fighting for good governance. So as I mentioned earlier, youths are the future because we carry out all our hopes and aspirations for a better world, clean of corruption, poverty, disease, and conflict. So it is up to us youth, no, to bring us into a bright future. Kay sa aton nga mismo nga generation, ang ang may impact in the long run. Importante ang youth participation in the areas of leadership and good governance because we are eager to contribute our talents and efforts to make good governance happen, no? But we need opportunities, we need the roles within organizations to make difference. Kag I'm happy kag do sa sininga do era pala do ka sadya nga makita ta nga very active or actively participating gid ang mga youth kag do diri na ata nag-spark gid bala ang revolution sang pakipagbato sa youth in a good governance. So there are many ways actually for youth or for us to contribute our talents, skills, and efforts towards a better country. But it is up to those in the local and national government to offer them those opportunities. Amo na ang kulanta opportunity from our government. So that's why we as youth kapangita na lang kita pagi nga ma-maximize ang aton nga maximize ang efforts ta para ma-spread or para maka-help, maka-reach out sa other, because empowering youth can help in the development of the nations as they are the stepping stones toward the better nation. I'm not hindi ko self-proclaimed nga makabring kita sang prosperity or posterity sang isa ka nation, but collective empowered youth collectively nga pakigbato sa mga youth given the quality of education kay responsibility na sang government I think we can actually mabato ta, ginapakigbato ta. Hindi man kita self-entitled, as most people always say, na self-entitled ta, maka-entitled, kag all-knowing. It's just that we were open to so many or too much information na mas damo kita minabalaan. So that's one of the things, that's one out of the many things why youth participation is important in good governance.
Ayun, I really agree with that, Kapin pa. We should really call for more opportunities for us. Kaya isama na sa mga signs ng may ara ka good governance if you have more opportunities, di ba? So how about Rodene? Ano yung insights about this?
I agree sa kay ginambal ni Ruchelle. And also atong sanguna bala like di ba ang mga elders aton actually do na sila na part sila bala nga ginahambalan sila nga hindi sila do ginapahipos sila tapos do like generational nga pati kita ginapahipos pero ang kinalain lang kay kita naga-speak up kita kag nanabalan ko sang aton nga generation subong which is active gid bala kag kita mo na nga daw grabe mag-speak up kung ano ang truth kag amo nang nanabayan ko man ang muna siya ang hambal ni Ruchelle kag nga youth we are the future leaders of our society kay as a youth we also ang kinanglanta nga kinanglanta maging i-practice bala ang good governance biskan diri lang sa school ta biskan sa house ta we can practice that tapos ang gin-practice ta nga na actually magiging impart na siya sa aton when we are going to be a future leader soon or someday nga kay biskan sa gamay na nga step ilog sa kaginagang ginambal ni Ruchelle biskan sa gamay lang na nga step it can make an impact or make difference sa iban man nga tao kag sa iban man nga mga politics or sa mga government it can really give them the courage nga ay okay amo ni gali ang ginapagbato sa mga students kay kisanan ang mga ginapakigbato ta kisa daw ginapalayo nila bala kay medyo may ara sila nga pride nga daw hindi nila may ara gina nga hindi nila ma-accept nga may ara nga times nga daw medyo may ara na may nabalaan ta may knowledge ta about that nga mga bagay nga na so para sa akon siya ang agree ko sa ginambal ni Ruchelle so that's all thank you.
Ayan. So, you've heard ang ila sentiments about kung diin ang participation or ano ka-importante ang participation natin in areas of leadership as the youth. So, ayun, ang mga ginahambalan nila kagina, importante gito dayon sa pag-engagement sang young people in the government. Kaya, di ba, if we engage as the youth sa ating government, maka-implement sila laws for us. And if they are not going to listen sa aton ng mga sentiments or they are not going to listen sa aton mga opinions or kung ano man ang hinaing naton about kung paano kita paano kita mahatagan din sa opportunities bala as the youth, paano kita paano sila maka-implement laws for us, di ba? Kag we need those implementations para nga maka-benefit man hindi lang kita. Importante kita nga maka-benefit kita yon ang future mga kabataan kay balikan to ginhambal ko nga kita gidyadaan ang pag-asa ng bayan, kita gidya ang mamana sa ating fatherland. So ayon, for me importante gidya nga mag-engage ang government, or importante nga mag-engage ang young people sa government para nga do may agreement kung ano gimambala ang need naton, kag sila as the people in power or may power sila nga mag-implement sang laws and to enforce those laws. Makaobra sila sang laws na kundi maka-benefit ang young people, di ba? Para ma-open ang opportunities for us. So Ruchelle, ikaw naman ang i-ask ko in the importance. What is the importance of engaging young people in the government?
Yes, Vin, I agree with you, no. Kay ang youth, no, if they're only given the possibilities, if you're only given the possibilities and tools to experience learning, creativity in unique, self-determined ways, no, pwede kita maka-revive sa isa ka community, pwede natin ma-revive ang government, pwede kita maka-contribute sa mayo nga pagpamalakad, no, and we can bring change to help the government or the nation at large to become more efficient and compassionate, no, because I know man nga at some point, no, the government recognizes the important role of the youth, especially in nation building, since kita as teenagers or kita as youth, no, will become the future leaders of the next generation. So the battlefield of effective and good governance lies within the youth's ideals and principles today. So kumbaga na sa ato nakasalalay. And the government, the only thing that the government should do is support us to be young leaders today, since the future of the world would depend on us. So that's why it is important nga as early as now, or as early as 13, 14 years old, it is important, no, for kids or for young people to be engaged in the government.
So ayun, I truly agree with the sentiments of Ruchelle. And yun, how about Rodene? Ano imo insights to the importance of the engagement of the youth in the government?
So para sa akon is important isa. Kay as we youth kinahanglan tagid mamati bala sa mga talks nga like buni, kay kinahanglan taman nga mabalaan bala as we are the future leaders soon or someday, kay ang mga talks nga ni maka-benefit gid siya hindi lang para sa aton kundi para man sa aton community kag society.
Yes, that has been our insights or discussion about the youth participation in good governance. So again, this is Ryan, and together with me is Ruchelle and Rodene, and this has been Studiositas Honor Society for Studiositas On-Air. Thank you, everyone.